Hello everybody, BrioS here. Today I have for you the very beautiful and the very fragile Nova Cat. And Nova Cat was one of my favorite mechs in MechWarrior 4, and I still love the aesthetics of it. But unfortunately it's pretty darn fragile with horrible hitboxes, and people have resorted to using it as a LRMboat because of the Nova Cat B arms. But as you can see, I am packing something totally different. Behold the Dakka. Yep, this is a Dakka build. And even though the chases I'm using is the Cobra Cat, the Nova Cat hero, it's a pretty mediocre hero, and whatever I do on this build, you could do on another Nova Cat. So let's get down to the build. So as you can see from the arms, I'm carrying UX5s. That's the Nova Cat C, right arm with 3 UX5s, Nova Cat D, left arm with another UX5 for a total of 4 UX5s, 6.5 tons of ammunition spread out, and using the Cobra Cat right and left torso, each of them pack a energy hardpoint. But you could also use the Nova Cat B side torsos because each Nova Cat B side torso also has one energy hardpoint, so you could do this build on any Nova Cat. So anyway, 2 ER smalls on the side torsos, and to boost the velocity of the UX5s, I've got a TCOM Mark 1. And 2 more additional heatsinks for a total of 13 double heatsinks. So unfortunately this mech is pretty fragile. Horrible hitboxes and no defensive quirks makes this a pretty hard mech to play, but with the 5 UX5s, you got a range of 500-600 meters, I can't remember, allowing you to engage the enemy at a bit more range, making you a bit more survivable. And the range, oops, there it is, maximum range, optimal range 630 meters. So that's the build. As for the skills, for firepower, I've revolved around 5 knots of velocity, to increase the speed because you will hopefully stay at a distance from the enemy, and the increase in velocity for those weapons is useful. So that's an additional 15% plus the TCOM that makes it a bit higher. And in terms of jam chance, I've got 2 enhanced UX rec, so that reduces the jam duration. The 6.5 tons of ammunition does run out sometimes, so 1 magazine capacity helps. The other one is a bit hard to get. There are 2 by the way, but the other one is a bit far away. And the other bonuses will include a total of, let me just find it here, cooldown of 4.2, heat reduction of 3.6, and a range of 9%, which is pretty sweet. And for survival, I've gone for 29. That's because the Cobra Cat is, or rather the Nova Cat in general, is a very fragile mech with the horrible hitboxes as I mentioned earlier. So this configuration will increase the armor by 12.8% and the structure of 31. But careful positioning is way more important, but a bit of survival never hurts. As for mobility, it's a pretty slow, pretty immobile mech, the Nova Cat. So I've gone for 9 nodes on this, mainly to increase the XL decel by 10.5% and a turn rate of 12. Not too much, but it helps you get off tight spots once in a while. And as for operations, this mech can run hot because of the 4 UX5s generating ghost heat. So I've gone for 13 nodes for operations. That's for 5 nodes of heat containment and 3 nodes of hill climb because you're so slow, you just want to climb over hills, you don't really want to get stuck in any terrain. And finally for auxiliary, 10 nodes will give me 2 artillery strikes and 2 cool shots. And even though 4 UX5s might be a bit cool, it might sound cool, but because of the ghost heat here, you got to be careful. Anything more than 3 and I4 results in ghost heat. So that's the Nova Cat's Dakka build, 4 UX5s, pretty darn effective as you see from the gameplay, but good positioning is paramount with this mech, because with those wonderful obvious hitboxes, you will die pretty fast. Anyway, that's the build, no LRMs and just Dakka. So let me just show you my beautiful guns here, and let's get down to some Nova Cat gameplay. Let's go! For the first match of this video, we have a match on Solaris City. And even though you have range with those UX5s and you want to keep the enemy from 500 to 600 meters range away from you, this map actually suits this build because you can see where your teammates are and you can position yourself very easily relative to them. So you can basically manage your aggro pretty darn nicely. That means you make sure you don't draw too much attention from the enemy and basically let your friends take damage for you or tank for you. And that way you don't get focused, because once you get focused, goodbye torsos, goodbye Nova Cat. So let's get down to some gameplay as I follow up this Mad Cat up the slope.
I've got Awesome, there's a few assaults around that corner, just be aware.
Assaults in Delta 4, enemy assaults in Delta 4.
Roger that. Oh, my artillery knows that also.
We got one of our assaults and 2 other mechs called out there.
I'm not caught out here, the assaulters.
Zeus left torso, Zeus left torso.
New target acquired. New target acquired.
Target spotted.
New target acquired.
Converge Delta 4.
New target acquired.
Most
Juliet.
all mechs Echo 3, there's like 3 of them.
Yep.
I swear
Most
you
of
might
our
want to
mechs
back
are
up.
Delta 4.
New target acquired.
We're Echo 4 actually. There's like half
Bravo,
of our
Bravo.
Echo 4.
More on your left, there's Bravo.
Need assistance.
Nice kill,
Yeah,
mate.
the Zeus is down.
I'm over here with you. I think 3 more are chasing you.
Bravo
mech,
going
SCG.
down. Bravo down. Hotel. Good target. Sorry, relay that. Juliet. Kodiak.
Target spotted.
Watch left.
New target acquired.
Did anybody get the Kodiak?
Kodiak's down.
I did.
Acquired.
Thank you.
New target acquired. New target.
Cicada center.
Roger. Moving in on Delta 3 targets. Alpha. Ah, that Marauder's always in my way. Delta 40, move up. 7-2.
Target
Back to Echo
acquired.
4.
New target acquired.
Charlie Falcon. Behind us.
Yeah, not all chasing, please. Echo 4 needs help.
Acquired.
I'll chase him.
New target acquired.
Foxtrot.
Go for CV.
It's all my fault. I mean, I keep forgetting I'm in a heavy assault coming over there on the left flank. I should have stuck with the team. Team should clean them up though.
Ooh, killing spree here.
New target acquired.
Last few.
Autocannon ammo.
Echo 4 high, we got a light.
Target destroyed.
And awesome with 60 missiles. I mean, why not just roll a 60-ton mech or a 70-ton mech? All this armor's just wasted.
Target spotted.
Target
You know the theory, you know, if they can lure me without being hit, you know, they'll win the match, kill traffic, mix, blah blah blah.
Up top in the tower, Echo 4.
The Vulcan's down.
Yeah, last one's a cooper. He's kinda dead. Good
Yeah.
work, team. So that's a pretty good outing for this. Ran out of ammo, which is a problem with this build. 6.5 tons, I think. But I got 2 ER smalls, which helps. 4 kills. 9662 solo. 7 components. I guess this Cobra design is pretty effective actually. And a score of 477. And for the second match of this video, I have a match on Mining Collective. And this is actually the first match I played with this build, but in my haste to get into the game, I forgot to put cockpit items and more importantly consumables. So I had to manage my heat very carefully because I had no cool shots. But the build still did well, and that was because I was able to manage my aggro well and the team was pretty aggressive. So I could just, well, use them as cover. And occasionally I got out of position, and with this Nova Cat you just have to be aware of that and run back to your teammates. So let's get down to some Mining Collective action.
New target
Target
acquired.
spotted.
Lots at Delta 5, Echo 5.
Echo
Engaging
5,
Echo left
steady
torso.
assault.
Target spotted.
New target acquired. New target acquired.
Take the top, guys.
Acquired.
Juliet is in trouble, Niger.
New target acquired. Target destroyed. New target acquired. New target acquired.
Oh, I'm so overextended.
New target acquired.
Assault coming up the ramp, guys. Roughneck, go get it. Delta.
Target spotted.
Ah,
Missile.
Delta 4 ramp, guys. Focus there, please.
Target acquired.
Fire on go, please.
India, Vapor Eagle right torso.
New target.
Also Bravo, Roughneck CT. Push Delta 4, Delta 5, guys. 8-3.
New target acquired. Destroyed. New target acquired. New target acquired.
So much friendly fire, guys, but it's gonna be a win.
Target spotted.
New target acquired. Ultra autocannon ammo at 24%.
Hot, hot. No consumables. Hot, hot. Very cold. Should be Delta 3 side.
I'm gonna help me counter the CCM.
Yeah, if you can, that'll be nice.
Ultra autocannon ammo depleted.
All these lights keep walking into me. Oh, I hit it.
Target spotted.
Target destroyed.
Well, I didn't die. No consumables. 713 damage. No Warhorns, no consumables because I forgot everything. But I got 1 kill, 3 KMDDs. And a score of 415. Top of team. Not bad. This build not bad.